Hi, my name is Jamie Hamilton and I'm one of the school counselors here at Loveland High School. And I think I'm going to be answering some questions.
Yeah. What are some programs existing right now that help non-English speaking students at this school?
Yeah, for our EL students, we have a few programs. We have a program called Affordable Language Services, where I can call a number and I can get an interpreter in pretty much any language, and I can talk with families. If I have a student in my office, I can use that program also to get an interpreter. We can do like a phone conference. So it's a great way for us to be able to communicate with students or families. We also have a program called Talking Points, and it's free of charge, and parents can download the app on their phone, and then they can send messages to any of us that have the app. So like if I have a student for state testing and I'm talking about those pieces, I'll usually go to Talking Points and send that information to the families, and then it'll interpret it into their language. We also have a fabulous EL teacher here at Loveland High School. She's usually here in the mornings, Monday through Thursday. And she works with our students. They usually have one bell a day. She's a great resource, a great contact. Obviously it depends on the student's need on how much that she would meet. So she's kind of our go-to person, super knowledgeable, and has a great relationship with our EL students.
What resources do you have available for parents that are also non-English speaking?
We encourage them to download Talking Points so they can communicate with their children's teachers, communicate with us, or even the principal. Like during COVID, they needed to, our principals use that as a communication tool to talk a little bit of things about COVID or quarantining and things like that.
What services does our school provide for mental health or food?
We partner with Nest. It's locally here. And Nest does a lot of different services. They, help families maybe do different kinds of paperwork, do different things that they might need, help students with homework. We also have another local church here that does and helps the adults with like interviewing. And then we also have the Life Food Pantry here at Loveland, and I know some of the families, can take advantage of that, and the food pantry and Nest kind of work together and then incorporate the school in all of those pieces as well. We do have a full-time therapist. She's here Monday through Friday, and she is from the children's home / they've renamed themselves Best Point. And so she is here and is a good resource as well. The only catch with that is families would need to have insurance, but they do have some different programs where families can, based on their income, pay out of pocket, but it would be based off of their income. So there are some opportunities for students and some of those mental health pieces through the children's home Best Point.
What are some services outside of school that can also help these students?
We do have the food pantry, but not being in a very large city, there's not as many opportunities for families, so we're very thankful for the Nest program. There are some programs through SUCASA that some of my families have taken advantage of.
Do you have any future plans or goals to provide more resources for these students and families?
Yes, we're actually going to offer a new class next year. It's called the EL Learning Lab. It'll be open for any student that our EL teacher feels like needs some extra support, extra help with their language. We're still rolling out some of the details. It's going to be a small group of students. We have a teacher that has some EL background, an English teacher, and she's going to get some programs and different things to help the students work on their English skills. So we're very excited about the new EL lab. The students will still be working with their EL teacher as well. So there's going to be extra resources, and maybe giving students extra resources I always feel like is a good option.